Live from the nation's capital, Gaborone, this is BTV News at 9. I'm Mulibide Samoka. Let's take a look at stories making headlines. The private sector recognized as a catalyst for economic growth. Government to take tightened measures to fight gender-based violence. Botswana's Jwaneng Galaxy defies expectation with a 1-0 away victory over Moroccan giants. Interpreting in sign language. Now, in our first story, the Vice President, Mr. Slamba Tsogwane, says the private sector is a feasible engine of economic growth, and as such, government will do all in its power to create a conducive environment for the private sector to thrive. Speaking at the Northern Business Botswana Gala dinner held in Francistown last night, Mr. Tsogwane said policies and reforms are being made to close some gaps that hinder private sector growth. Bethany Mando was there.
Business Botswana Northern Gala dinner was last held 9 years ago, and this year, the Business Apex body resuscitated the network platform that gives the private sector an opportunity to dialogue on issues of mutual interest. The Vice President graced this event, and he assured that government values the role of the private sector in the socio-economic development of this country.
We have said a number of times that the private sector is the engine of growth. We must look at ourselves and say we are the engine of growth. So what can we do? We reset and make sure that we do the right thing. Then we grow. Then government will outsource. It will not crowd you out. The business people will give you space, and you'll run with it.
Mr. Tsogwane also shared that government aspires for an export-led economy, hence signing trade agreements with other trade partners like the African Continental Free Trade Area.
This is a deliberate decision by government to, among others, ensure that we benefit from bigger market opportunities provided under the African Continental Free Trade Area. We must position ourselves. Really, we need to position ourselves. We really have to tell people that you come here, we will do everything that will enable your business. But all you come here with the intention to export, because we are a small community.
The newly elected Business Botswana President, Mr. Neo Ngwaku, has assured commitment to align with national goals of the government.
One of the great pillars Botswana is that of the reset agenda. And among those things that are spoken of in the reset agenda, it's that of digitization. So we are also going to be deliberate as Business Botswana and intentional around acceleration of digitalization and innovation. We are going to ensure that we enhance private sector competitiveness. We are going to make sure that we engage Bohogi, we engage our partners, the other side being government, to ensure that we have enabling policies and regulation that is the way of doing business.
Furthermore, we wish to express our concerns about delays in the implementations of Francistown Special Economic Zone and the logistics hub. Timely executions of such initiatives is vital for economic progress of our nation, and we hope for expedited measures to ensure the resolution of these crucial projects.
As Botswana is a small market, Business Botswana has vowed to join hands with government and other development partners to access the African market, which has got 1.3 billion people. Bethany Mando, BTV News, Francistown.
the Minister of Youth, Sport, Gender and Culture, Mr. Tumiso Rakgare, has pledged to take action against perpetrators of gender-based violence, further urging those who have fallen victim to it to report such cases. Mr. Rakgare was speaking at an event organized by the Mabontle Circle organization. Refilo Mutube reports.
As Botswana continue to face issues of violence that continue to rise, Mr. Rakgare has pledged to support Mabontle Circle in its efforts of fighting violation of human rights in workplaces, as well as violation of rights in different forms. The minister has encouraged those going through any form of abuse to get help.
And therefore, let us all recognize the importance of bystander intervention. Colleagues who witness harassment should be encouraged and empowered to speak up, ensuring that the responsibility for eradicating this behavior is shared collectively.
Mabontle Circle, in partnership with the Ministry of Youth, Sport, Gender and Culture, intends to fight issues of gender-based violence in all forms, as Botswana is now in the lead when it comes to issues of abuse.
Our homes, there's a lot of work that has been done. However, very few has been done when we speak about sexual harassment and violence within the world of work, where each and every single Motswana, including within the economic inclusion law that we speak about, must participate to build Botswana through the mindset change that we speak about. Today, it is a call to action. As Professor Norris said, from 16 days to 365 days.
I'll take Botswana, for instance. I think it's a shameful thing that we are one of the countries leading in rape cases. This is not Botswana, this is not Botswana. And this is what we need to change. Things like this can kill the country's image. These are the things that we ought to change and be very, very serious about. And therefore, that is why I'm saying, for me, 16 days is not enough. This is something that we must talk about every day. One of the things that I believe in, Honorable Minister, I fully believe in changing the mindset, the reset. I fully believe in it.
When giving his word of encouragement, the Vice-Chancellor of University of Botswana has applauded Mabontle Circle for its good work in fighting violation of human rights, as currently Botswana is honoring 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. Refilo Mutube, BTV News, Gaborone.
Introducing children to the church is said to be a way that could address drug and substance abuse problems across the country, as they can be molded into responsible citizens who can differentiate right from wrong. This was said by the Minister of Defense and Security, Mr. Kagiso Mosi, during a Thobo celebration organized by St. Augustine Catholic Mission in Maung. Paranyane Samakata reports.
In the face of drug and substance abuse scourge, coupled with escalating gender-based violence incidences that continue to ravage the nation, introducing boys and girls to the Lord at an early age could be the much-needed solution to this challenge.
Faith is built. Is not a miracle for one day, it's a journey. Ya tswela ntse ya khiwa mo go rona o ikopa nako le nako mo go wena o e rotloetsa le nna ka ke ntse yana na go ke Minister wa Defense and Security mme ha go le nsonta ga teng ga nke ke tlhoka go kopa renewal and strength for the next week.
The minister applauded men for their meaningful contribution to the church.
Ne ra bona ke go salla go borre salla go mora go ha gota mo ditirong tsa kereke bo mmele bone ba lenkopile me the Catholic Church or the diocese yona ya rona ga boron le Francis Town ya makadinao ya bona gore borre play a role, and I have seen that this has go dirile pharologanyo e ntsi thata.
Meanwhile, the church has been encouraged to continue with a generous spirit of providing for the needy.
Honne kene ke serwe ke tlala lwa mpa dijo kene ke nyorilwe lwa nosa kene ke le moeng lwa nsola kene ke sa apara lwa nkapesa kene ke lwala lwa entekola kene ke le montlung ya kolahelo lwa ntlohona.
The church, through this Thanksgiving ceremony, raised a total amount of 58,000 pula. Maranyane Samakata, BTV News, Maung.
The Miss Remote Area Development Program RADP pageant and Mr. RADP Fashion Show is meant to improve the lives of youth living in remote areas through building their self-confidence. At inception, the contest only signed up young women. However, in 2018, the program was rebranded to include men. The contest continues to grow in leaps and bounds with the prospects of taking it to the international stage. Yangi Malemo, you compared this one.
The Miss Remote Area Development Program RADP pageant and Mr. RADP Fashion Show is meant to improve the lives of youth living in remote areas and to instill in them high self-esteem. Initially only signing up ladies, in 2018 the program was rebranded to include males as well as a way of ensuring inclusivity. The contest is growing in leaps and bounds, thoughts being skewed towards taking it international.
We are also planning to profile all the contestants since the inception of this initiative in 2013. All these profiles will be shared with all our foreign missions to market this initiative and by extension Botswana.
So ne re ipolela tsore ngwaga bobedi ra leka wa bobedi wa boraro wa bone wa botlhano re be re nna re itsheka-tsheka e be re tswelela ya ka bone ka 2018 ra lemoga gore ngwana wa mosimane re mo tlogetse ko morago mme ra introduce Mr. RADP Fashion Show gore kana talente ga se ya bo mmehela le borre bana le talent jaanong theme re tshwerehela ka gore it's still relevant over the years.
The winners of Miss RADP Beauty Pageant and Mr. RADP Fashion Show 2023, Ms. Khorata Sego of Tonota District and Mr. Kagiso Tlhari of Charles Hill, walked away with a package worth 70,000 pula, 10,000 being the cash prize, while 60,000 will go towards development of a business project of their choice.
Experience 2019 ka tla go lusa yana ne ke na le maikaelelo a go tla go tsa lebante yana ke le bone ene ke a go tsama motse le motse mo tega nyu kana gas ke ntse ke gotlatsa banana gore a re tsene a ska ratsa kgaisano e botlhong.
This initiative is bearing fruit, as some who have emerged victorious in previous years have managed to start up businesses which are said to be doing well. Yenge Malimoyo, BTV News, Gaborone.
You're watching BTV News and thank you for staying with us. Now, in support of the International 16 Days of Activism to End Violence Against Women and Girls, the Chief Executive Officer of Botswana Christian AIDS Intervention Program, Ms. Bridget Mpusu, says this year they embarked on an exercise to launch a program which facilitates church leaders and pastors to better tackle gender-based violence issues. When speaking during discussions held in Kanye recently, Ms. Mpusu said the initiative was motivated by a high number of GBV cases registered in churches. Makwinja Hesmo.
Ms. Mpusu urges churches to avoid concealing and downplaying incidents of gender-based violence within their premises, emphasizing that such actions contribute to illnesses, dysfunctional homes, and even cases of murder among those affected.
Kgokgontsho ya lehatshe la Botswana e go godimo e thoka mongwe le mongwe wa rona gore a eme ka dinao dipalo tsa re basadi ha ba ka ema ba le 10 ba le 7 kana ba le 7 mo go bone ba bua gore ba kgokgontshitswe gongwe ke gone mo ene gore go re tisa mo semong se ene gore bana ba rona ga ba tsoga sente ka gore ba godisiwa ke basadi ba ba lelang bana ba rona ba godisiwa ke bo mme ba batetseng madi mo dipelong tsa bone
ha se gore ke batho bangwe go ba ba kwadile mo sehathogong go yo ke ene o ka kgokgontshang ke batho ba re tshelang le bone go diragala mo malapeng a rona ke batho ba ba yang ko dikerekeng ba ba khokgontshiwang le ba ba khokgontshang jaanong re ka se ke re eme re lebelele.
Jose Telekelo criticizes the youth for their low attendance at impactful events addressing gender-based violence, despite being the most affected group experiencing and perpetrating these cases.
Tsa molaetsa Luise ko go ba maleba re go jwala mo badeng ba rona mme le gona re ba kgothatse gore ne re ga go ditiro tse dintseng jaana ba di tsenelele.
Pastors and church leaders are invited to actively participate and collaborate in workshops across the country to contribute to the success of this initiative aimed at eradicating the pandemic of gender-based violence. BTV News, Kanye.
Oxygas company has emerged as a thriving manufacturer of oxygen, acetylene and nitrogen gases within the country. This groundbreaking venture has reached another milestone by expanding its footprint to the Namibian market. Mamusi Siska with more.
Oxygas, equipped with state-of-the-art facilities, has successfully penetrated the market by offering a diverse range of industrial gases crucial for sectors ranging from manufacturing to healthcare services. The company's commitment to quality, safety and innovation has quickly positioned it as a reliable source for these essential gases. The market penetration of Oxygas has been swift, with industries across Botswana now sourcing their oxygen, acetylene and nitrogen requirements locally.
Bontsi ja dithoto tsa rona di tabe di santse di consumiwa thata mo gae le ha gone kwa acetylene ja ka re setse re buile dipalo ka bontsi tse di yang ko Namibia so far re itumela thata ka gore ba di mine ba ne ba ntse ba heta ntse go ta go tholwa gore a mere teng a re ka khona re be re nna le ba scrap industry gone mo Phikwe mo re itumela gape le ba rekileng re be go ntse go tiki pula steel le bone ile ka September bo ba tsena mo tirisong ya oxygen ya rona ga re se re isi oxygen ko nte ka gore yona re tshwantse gore re tseele mo di tankeng mme kana market wa rona mo tona kwa tsa botsogo go ithala re tsana gone ho ke gone re ta kgonang gore re tsamaele teng.
This has not only streamlined the supply chain, but has also significantly reduced dependency on imports, bolstering the nation's economic resilience.
Gone jana re na le banana ba le babedi ba ba dirisang dikolotshana tsa bone ba ileng gore re ba rutuntsha gore nne bone ba ba kaneng ba re transportela re lebeletse distance e seng telele gore go tswa gangwe go bo Phalape bo Francistown ke ngwe ya transportation ya dilo tse di duleng go bo go na le dikgang tse di tshwanang maintenance re ne re tsere company e tswang mo Phikwe neng e dira tiro e yotlhe mme ebile re dumela gore go tsamaela ko pele ke batho ba ileng gore re ka ba dirisa ka gore ba itse plant go heta mongwe le mongwe wa rona. There are huge opportunities, cylinder maintenance go ke di opportunities tse ka re ntse re tsweletse ra di lebella.
The company management anticipates that Oxygas's success will catalyze a ripple effect, encouraging further investment in the industrial sector of Botswana.
Oxygen, nitrogen le acetylene le tse dingwe tse re ntse re di tsa go thelelele gore we reliant 100% on imports ke sone so boneng e rile kana kwa COVID e be ke re gatelelwa thata jaanong ke maikelelo a rona ke keletso ya rona tota ibile ke mo re dumelang gore kgwebo e ntseng jaana e re tisetsa mo re ka reng ka tshwangwe re ke national security of supply.
As the nation takes strides towards self-sufficiency in crucial industrial resources, Oxygas stands as a testament to Botswana's capability to foster innovation and economic growth on the African continent. Mamusi Siska, BTV News, Silibe Phikwe.
Tshwane residents have expressed displeasure regarding the ordination of Kgosi Joseph Kagiso to be at the helm of Tshwane leadership. At a Khotla meeting recently, they indicated that they were not given adequate chance to share their thoughts on the matter. Budilo Mohorosi compared this one.
Tshwane settlement was established in 1989 under the leadership of Kgosi Kudura Kagiso, who was installed by the former acting Kgosi Muitali Sechele of Bakwena. In 1996, Tshwane was officially named as settlement. Tlwaneng residents say they would have liked to have given their opinion on who they want as their cause.
Ra ngongorega re sale re ikuetse mo go Kgosi Thobega Letlole ka re Khuduga wa mmele mo setilong sa batlhapi pele ke rona batho ba ntlhafa go aga mo motseng mme ga re ragile re le fa re le barolo go be go ra gore re ba ra rona bo mmiga mo setilong se a ba senela monna wa bidwa Mmotshele Kagiso re buile gongwe le gongwe go apala ka go bana gompieno go tswa ditshwetso tsa ikuelo a rona e be go tere se ka ra bua sepe
yaanong ke re ngongora ka gore yone kgang ya rona go ka mo sa te nya go ntsha molaetsa go fedile ba ka bore nya ra kgele mongwe le mongwe a tsaya kgele gore a mme yone commission eo a e tsamaile sentle re bona yone commission eo a e tsamaile gape a re se re bone le jone bateng tsone dipampiri tsa commission gore tsone di a reng
bogosi ba ko Mankgodi ano ka re ka kwano is rendered useless ga bo se tlhobona le se mo mme e le rona ne rumile mongwe kwano recommendation ke gakologela mafoko a ne commission ya bua la bofelo ke ga ba re no go ra re go buelo ko marakanong a ditsela ga go tuwa le go twa go buelo ko Mankgodi re go tsena mo ntlo.
Assistant Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Mr. Setlhabelo Modukanelo, says this decision was informed by the consultative committee sent to the village to listen to the residents' concerns.
Mo pegong e ke se reng ha le mo re yone re dire komense le dileng ha tshwetso ke gore bogosi ja lona bo a Tlwaneng bo hetele ko go Joseph Kagiso e le ngwana wa garre Khuduga Kagiso ka mabaka e leng gore gongwe go tabo go se kaone thata gore re boele thata re tabo gongwe re simolla go bua tse e leng gore re setse le di buile batho betso.
Developments through advice from the Village Development Committee working with government will continue to be availed in Tlwaneng. Budulo Mogoros, BTV News, Tlwaneng.
Reverend Benina Yeskosh of the United Congregational Church of Southern Africa in Kang says money collected during this year's Thanksgiving ceremony is to be used for church developments. The Reverend said this earlier today at the church Thanksgiving ceremony. Nomudugwa reports.
The UCCSA, commonly known as Lontoni, is a transitional multicultural church uniting across 5 Southern African countries: Botswana, Mozambique, Namibia, South Africa, and Zimbabwe.
I still believe when I give this part of the harvest, there is still more that is coming. So today is your giving. It's an investment for the coming year, for the coming days.
Methobo e ke ka lebaka la gore ngwaga re le o simolola be re na le tirelo ya go jala peo mme tse re di phutang gano ke tse leng gore dumela gore modimo na re sogatsa ka tsone mme tsa nna dimela tse di nonogileng tse leng gore gompieno re tsisa thobo thobo ya rona re lemoga jaana gore di dira mo nako e leng gore ga sia ya lethafula mme gore re roba sengwe le sengwe hela se leng gore o dumela modimo ka sone kana o leboga modimo ka sone.
The congregation is advised to timely prepare the harvest, refraining from presenting remains as sacrifices to God.
According to how I blessed you, honor the Lord. Come with all your possession. Bring the best to the house of God.
Funds collected during this occasion contribute to church development.
Gompieno re na le mission house e leng gore wa ga ntwe ya moruti e leng gore ra yaga ga re sena go roba jalo ke gore leng gore ta re kgobokanya gape ra go reka dingwe tse leng gore di thabolla kereke ya modimo.
The church commemorated this service with songs, praises, dances, and other expressions of celebration. Neo Mudungwa, BTV News, Kang.
The Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Mr. Khwatla Utlwetsi, has affirmed government's commitment to providing pre-primary education in public schools and ensuring equitable education opportunities for children aged 0 to 6. Minister Utlwetsi was speaking during a special graduation ceremony for Marang Daycare's kindergarten students. Tsolofelo Tombali reports.
Kindergarten students at Marang Daycare and Preschool celebrated their achievements during a joyous graduation ceremony, receiving certificates and gifts. Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Mr. Khwatla Utlwetsi, highlighted President Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi's commitment to early childhood education, recognizing it as a fundamental human right.
In the words of the President of the Republic of Botswana, Dr. Mokgweetsi Eric Kiabetswe, when delivering the State of the Nation address on the 6th of November 2023, government is providing early childhood education as a human right and public good. To date, 714 out of 766 schools offer reception class program.
The minister outlined government's goals regarding early childhood education.
So the advent of education and training sector strategic plan of 2015 to 2020 catalyzed the introduction of pre-primary education in public schools so as to afford access, equity, and quality to all children aged 0 to 6 years.
A representative from the Catholic Church extolled the benefits of enrolling students in schools that prioritize Christian values.
Education with religion encourages children to learn a set of practices to live by, such as being kind to others, telling the truth, praying, and later on learning the 10 Commandments to live by.
Also emphasized the importance of early childhood education and quality school environments in nurturing children's growth and development. Tsolofelo Tombali, BTV News.
And that is the news. Don't move, Liza Oseking. One standby to take you through the world of sport. Liza, we meet again. Time for sport.
Thank you so much, Willie Bibi.
Right, take it away.
Good evening. My name is Liza Oseking with your world of sport. And in our first story, Gaborone Bowling Club Secretary Kabo Utlwelwe says even though they failed to secure a sponsor for this year's national championships, he is, however, happy with how everything unfolded, as this year they managed to include youth teams. Kabo Utlwelwe highlighted this at the national championships held at Gaborone Club. Lydia Poloko has the report.
The Gaborone Bowling National Championship is hosted annually, and this year's edition was different as it included youth teams as a way of growing the sport from grassroots. Furthermore, the organizers faced a lot of challenges such as poor playing fields and a lack of sponsor.
This year we've lost the Zimbabweans. They normally do come here to support us, but hopefully we'll get more next year, I think. But in terms of the participation, yearly we do get roughly about the same number of teams. So, yeah, we are still happy with the turnout. One of the biggest challenges I think for Gaborone Club is the green. If you look at our green, it's not in the best state. We've had water problems here. I think that is the biggest, for me, challenge that the club has had preparing for this.
Fortunately, our sponsor, which we had last year, but since it was on the calendar, we had a slot specifically for youth. That I would call growth. One another whole separate team. So the development on its own. Going forward, they approach the sponsor well in time to have a more successful tournament.
The Crocs Bowling Club from Francistown scooped position 1 with 7 points and went back home with 4,000 Bula. Pigwe Pirates finished second and got 3,000 pula, while Heatwave Bowling Club from Gaborone finishing in position 3. However, some of the players who took part in this tournament had this to say.
I started because of my family. We always used to go to the bowling club mostly every weekend or during the week. So that's what inspired me to start going bowling. So the first game we didn't do that well, but the second game we did.
The annual Gaborone Bowling National Championship tournament attracted men's and ladies teams from Jwaneng, Francistown, Orapa, Mafikeng as well as Gaborone and came to an end yesterday. Lydia Poloko, BTV Sport, Tlokweng.
And now switching codes to football news. Jwaneng Galaxy made waves across the continent with a stunning 1-0 away victory against Moroccan giants Wydad AC in a Total Energies CAF Champions League Group B match in Casablanca. In only their second appearance in the group stages of the continent's Premier Club competition, Galaxy not only topped the group but did so in historic fashion, securing their first ever victory in the CAF Champions League group stages. A critical error in the 33rd minute led to Galaxy forward Thaban Sissinyi capitalizing on the mistake, scoring the only goal that marked one of the most significant upsets in recent competition history. This historic win propels Galaxy to the summit of the group following a 1-1 draw between Simba AC and ASEC Mimosas in the earlier Saturday match. Township Rollers ascended to the second spot in the Botswana Premier League after beating Matebele FC 3-2 in a match played at the National Stadium this afternoon. And we have the highlights for you.
He's a dead ball specialist. What a beauty! One of them, Soso, the other. Easy for Soso Ngele. You've got to be wary of him. Floated into the air. You see, it's a goal for Matebele.
Going to be any tactical changes that the coach makes.
It's a goal, it's the second one, and Matebele will take it. Kele, the player goes down, he's told, get up, penalty, unbelievable. To deny him. He does so, Sehola Meroy. They will celebrate the win. Perhaps, maybe, if that is the case. Oh! What a goal! The referee has his flag up. Unbelievable.
Changes we made really proved futile, and in the sense that that we could come back in the game. We got the 2-1, we got to 2-2. I don't want to comment on referees. Because they are part of the game. They need to be part of the game. And without them, there's no game. But I also say that me as a coach, I always try to improve. I always try to get better. And my word is just always try to get better. But today was not a good day.
You could see Matebele now wanted a draw. And we said, okay, let's try to pile pressure. Because now they brought in the jersey number 22, I think Nkwapa, to say what? They wanted to play counter-attack for them. But we said, okay, let's try to leave our two fullbacks there. What happened? The same fullbacks wanted to attack. That is why they caught us a lot. And it nearly destroyed us. So, yes, we got a penalty at the end of the day and scored the winning goal. We are happy with the 3 points. But in terms of the application, the performance for the second half, totally average and poor. I'm sorry to say that.
And in badminton news, Georges Paul of Mauritius booked a spot in the finals of Botswana International Series 2023 after securing a 2-1 victory over Nadim Dalvi of England in a semi-final match played at Botswana Police College Indoor Gymnasium yesterday. Victoria Dakin reports.
Paul reached the semi-finals after thrashing Jacob Joth of Denmark 2-0 in the quarter-finals and continued with his good display in the semi-finals as he won the first game against Dalvi 21-18. Game 2 was a tough one as Joth, who also won 2-0 against Achapol Shritong of Thailand, managed to level matters with a 21-14 win to force the encounter to go to the deciding game. Paul managed to bounce back in Game 3, winning it 21-19 to finish the game with a 2-1 victory and qualify for the finals.
It was really like who would take initiatives at the right time, and I was quite happy that I had good control here. Like, I mean, the courts are quite nice here, the speed also is great. So I was really into my game and it paid off.
Reunited Arab Emirates players qualified for the finals after winning their single matches. In the men's category, Somi Rodani downed Soren Hald of Denmark 2-0, while in the women's category, Nurani Azagra won 2-0 against Kate Ludik of Mauritius. Madhumita Sundarapadian won her match against Fadila Rafi of Uganda 2-1.
I won the first game 21-19, but the second game I was play good at the beginning. I was leading 11-6. Then I make little mistake, then it become 18-all. Then luckily I won 21-18.
I feel so happy because this is my first final in international after Uganda. And then first game, actually I don't feel like too difficult to face her because I've been played with her before.
In other results, the Malaysian pair of Chok Ken Wei and Ndieng Tungkok of Malaysia walloped Ahmed Nibal and Mohamed Rashid of Maldives 2-0 in the men's doubles. In the women's category, Amy Ackerman and Deirdre Lawrence of South Africa registered a 2-0 win over Fadila Mohammed and Tracy Naluwuza of Uganda. In the mixed doubles, Adam El Gamal and Doha Heni of Egypt lost 2-0 to Georges Paul and Kate Ludik of Mauritius. Victoria Dakin, BTV Sport, Oze.
Meanwhile, Botswana Badminton Association officially launched Air Badminton, which allows for the sport to be played outdoors. According to the president of the association, Modisa Utsilia Badubi, this comes after the deployment of a newly developed wind-resistant shuttlecock, a development he says will reduce the challenge of lack of indoor facilities.
Our world governing body, being the Badminton World Federation, haven't realized that in some communities, honale a huge challenge indoor facilities. Ine ya bona go tshwanela gore e develop a new way of trying to engage those kinds of people in such communities gore ba nne ba khone go tswella ba ntse ba tshameka sone sport sa rona sa badminton. The main difference between the type of equipment that we use indoors, the difference hela anong ke yone the shuttlecock e leng gore ke yone Botswana Badminton Association e itumelang gore bone our partner Badminton World Federation shipped out to us, and we will now be rolling it out across the country.
And that is it for sport this week. Olibile Samoka is standing by to give us a reminder of our top stories. Right, so let's go prepare for Monday.
Yeah, we have done well, I believe, this weekend. Let's meet again next time.
Thank you.
And that is how we come to the end. Now, first, let's get a reminder of our top stories. The private sector recognized as a catalyst for economic growth. Government to take tightened measures to fight gender-based violence. Botswana's Jwaneng Galaxy defies expectation with a 1-0 away victory over Moroccan Giants. That is the news this hour. Do stay with us. Weather's up next.
Good evening and warm welcome to tonight's Weather Focus brought to you by Lydia Awati. Let's take a look at the rainfall amount recorded this morning. Metsimantla Kotla and Sunny Mess Station 5 millimeters each, Ngwadani Mess Station 2 millimeters. Looking at the current satellite images, clouds are visible over most parts of the country. Tomorrow, expecting some partly cloudy conditions over the entire country, with possibility of isolated thunderstorms over Ngamiland and Chobe districts. In the morning, we're expecting hot temperatures over the entire country, ranging between 20 and 25 degrees Celsius. In the afternoon, we're expecting very hot temperatures over Chobe district with 37 degrees Celsius over most areas. Also expecting extremely hot temperatures ranging between 39 and 41 degrees Celsius. As for the fire report, new fires were detected over Ngamiland and Central districts. The fire danger index shows extremely dangerous conditions over most parts of the country. Therefore, the public is advised to handle fire with care. As for the SADC region, partly cloudy conditions expected over Port Elizabeth and Manzini with 31 degrees Celsius over Manzini, 27 degrees Celsius over Port Elizabeth. Antananarivo, Beira and Harare experiencing some partly cloudy conditions with 32 degrees Celsius over Harare, 33 degrees Celsius over Beira, and 29 degrees Celsius over Antananarivo. Dar es Salaam and Kinshasa are expecting some thunder showers with 29 degrees Celsius over Kinshasa, 32 degrees Celsius over Dar es Salaam. Blantyre expecting some partly cloudy conditions with 32 degrees Celsius. That's the weather forecast. Good night.